triggers of stressors, you have to identify them. And why you need to identify them is because it will help you cope with them better. So I'll give you a pointer here. 3 D's. Death of a loved one is always a big stressor. It could be a spouse, God forbid, it could be a child or a parent. Divorce, that's a major stressor in life, a big trigger. Separation from a spouse, loved one in form of divorce can be a big stressor in life. And departure, the third D here, is if your kids are moving out to college and you are now living by yourself, if you are a single parent, or if you are an empty nester, you might feel a big stress in your life. You have to identify these 3 big stressors in your life, and if they are coming your way, you need to make sure you are able to de-stress yourself, manage your stress better. And how can we do that? First, your reaction to the stressor has to change. You have to make sure that if somebody gives you an advice, calm down. Don't say, oh, I don't have time for that. Because you know what? You have to find the time for yourself to manage your stress. Managing it and protecting yourself would actually help your health, not in the current situation. Actually, I'm talking about 10 and 15 years later. Your brain health would also get affected. How you manage stress now. Are you handling your stress? Are you recognizing your stress? That's what I'm trying to understand and convey to you. So a study was done on a middle-aged women, and they were identified to have the amount of stressors they went through their life and how did it impact them down the road in terms of their health and memory. Women who had higher number of stressors in their life during this middle phase of the life, they actually had poor health down the line, because if they could not account for the stress management part, so they have more memory decline and poor health. Now at this point, I would give you a list of life events that are actually have been scored through research as stressors in their life, and I would like you to keep them in mind and maybe use them. If you encounter them, think of that number and try to see how you could minimize the total impact of that stressors on your life. I would like you to handle stress more positively. Stop the self-deception of feeling like I'm handling it, I can get through it. You can, but you need to keep feeding your soul and your body with the positive energy, and de-stressing is important because chronic stress takes a big toll on your body. You have to pay the tax if you do not take care of your body as you are going through the stress. Okay, so I would like you to consider following events of your life, keep a list of that and identify them and how you're reacting to them. Make sure that you actually are doing everything you can to de-stress yourself. So I mentioned previously, death of a spouse or a child is considered 100 points. Divorce is considered 73. Marital separation 65. Imprisonment 63. Death of a close family member 63. Personal injury or illness such as this what we are going through 53. Marriage, although considered a happy event of life, does have some stress scoring on our body 50. Getting laid off from work 47. And retirement 45. Now if you combine the score of what you are going through, if your score is more than 300, there's 80% likelihood of you get a sickness because of this. If your score is between 150 to 299, there's 50% likelihood that you will actually encounter an illness and it will have a poor impact on your life down the road. About less than 150 score is 30%. So if you can keep a better control of your life by managing your relationship, using emotional intelligence to handle stressors better, you will actually save yourself a lot of pain, agony, and illness. And now my final advice, and with due respect and love for you, is breakaway moments. You have to incorporate what we call stress management techniques, which are your breakaway moments from your daily stress. You have to find time for yourself to manage your stress. Practice of meditation, silence, reading a book, yoga, any routine that winds down your brain and kind of gives you, bring back you the strength, emotional, mental, spiritual and physical rejuvenation. That's important, and it could be different for different things. Please don't take me wrong, but watching a TV or YouTube, binge watching is not a de-stressor. Okay, a de-stressor is when you and yourself are giving you the calmness that you require, and it comes from yoga, meditation, adopting an exercise plan, walking in the nature, giving yourself enough good sleep, good nutrition, giving up tobacco, alcohol, or something of that nature that actually puts a constant stress on your life. I hope that you will do something today to de-stress yourself, and my applause, my gratitude, my thanks to the women of our society, of this world, who continue to contribute more and more to our societies and make this world a better place for all of us. Thank you, women. Please make sure you de-stress yourself, because we all need a woman in our life to make our lives better, productive, fruitful, and enjoyable. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned